Have you ever noticed how bad service fees and subscription upcharges are getting? Let's talk about Uber Eats for a second. I'm feeling a little hungry, Let's check it out. Alrighty. Let's say I want a chicken quesadilla. Alright, one chicken quesadilla, $6.70. Feels like a little bit more than I expect, but okay. Let's get that. Oh, okay. Ordered by 190 other people, great. Oh, cool, for no charge, they'll take the chicken off of this. And the sauce. And even the cheese. So for no charge, for $6.70, I can get a tortilla, I guess? I don't know why I would want that. Alright. Sauces. You know what? Maybe I want some cinnamon twists as well. $1.22, that seems reasonable. Alright. Add to order. Alright, so let's go look at this. View cart. Alright. Oh. Okay, so subtotal $7.92. Looks like the delivery fee is normally $1.99, but there's some promo going on or something. Okay, so there's also other fees, so the delivery fee is not the fees. What's this? Oh, a service fee. Okay. So the total is $11.70. Would be $13.69 before tip. So with tip, it'd be like what, like $16 at least. With the discount, it's only $14 with tip for a quesadilla and some cinnamon twists. Very interesting. So in addition to all the fees, they even mark up the standard price of everything. So let's go look at the Taco Bell website. So it looks like it's $5.19 for a chicken quesadilla. So just the quesadilla before fees is 30% more through the Uber Eats app. Oddly, the cinnamon twists are 7 cents more online, but anyways. So with tip, the Uber Eats delivery is about $14, and this is with the discount waiving one of the fees, so it would be like $16. It's over double the cost as if I just drove down the road and picked up a quesadilla myself. Like, sure, it's convenient, but prior to a few years ago, no one ever even really got deliveries unless they were ordering a few pizzas or something. Like, food has already gotten outrageously expensive, especially at restaurants, and like fast food is not even cheap anymore. Like, I can't even imagine doubling my monthly food expenses because I order everything on Uber Eats. And Amazon might be just as bad. Like, let's say I want a PlayStation 5 Slim Edition. Let's see. Alrighty, so on Amazon, we've got it listed for $500, brand new. Oh, looky here. At Walmart, it is $449 with curbside. Let's see, do they have free shipping? Okay, for $8 I can have it delivered. So it'd still be, I can have it delivered today even. So same day shipping. It's still, what, $43 cheaper to buy it at Walmart? Like, that's no chump change there. And they kind of do this on everything. Like, you think you're paying the annual Prime subscription to get free delivery, and then they charge you extra to buy on their website, and then they charge the sellers who sell on the website, and that usually gets passed on to you. And now sometimes they even charge you extra for shipping, like especially if you don't spend enough money, like at least $25 it usually is, then they ask you, oh, do you want to spend $3 to get the faster shipping? This constant milking for profits isn't exclusive just to subscription platforms. It's also present in free platforms like social media. If you look at companies like TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, or even Instagram, even though they don't charge you a fee, they're still going to try to milk every penny out of you that you can. Once you're hooked into their ecosystem, they got you. Like Facebook, they lured in basically everyone on the planet with an internet connection. And now we're all kind of stuck there. Like, I haven't posted anything on my Facebook in years, but I'm kind of afraid to delete it because I have family and friends on there who only seem to connect on the site. And once Facebook realized this, they started bombarding people with ads. They put ads everywhere in your feed. They even curate ads specifically for you. And companies will pay top dollar to be able to target you with ads. Many don't even obviously look like ads. They just seem like ordinary content. But if you pay very close attention, they're really hyping up some products that just so happen to be for sale in the description. Instagram does this too. YouTube even has those sponsored videos that show up near the suggested video on the right-hand side of the screen, where people can pay to show you their videos. Honestly, it's almost impossible to even use Facebook anymore to like keep up with your friends and family like originally intended. Instead, the algorithm grabs a hold of you and just tries to show you more and more garbage.
You look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Look at it!
One really good example of this is with phone games, especially games that are either targeted towards kids or games that are kind of like gambling casino games, you know, where they really hook people in with all the flashing colors and moving numbers and constantly winning coins or whatever. A lot of them will charge $7 a week, so that way you don't get ads and you get to play more than a few rounds. Like usually they'll let you play a little bit for free and then you need to wait till the next day. Or for $7 a week, you know, you can play all you want. But then this really adds up because you're paying like $30 a month for some stupid phone game that's just rotting your brain. And especially when it's kids, like the little kids, they don't even know what they're doing. They're just like, oh, I want to play this game. I can just click this button, boom, I can play the game now. And then the parents, once they're, you know, checking their expenses later on, they're doing their spreadsheets, they're like, what is this $800 charge to Apple? Like, I don't know. And a lot of them, since they're like small amounts and they recur, people might just think, oh, it's just my iCloud or something. And so they could go a long period of time without even realizing what the hell it even is. A lot of them will even lure you in with a free trial. So you start playing for a month and then you forget to cancel and then all of a sudden, boom, they start hitting you with the fees every week or every month or whatever it is. Another sneaky little dark pattern is the default options. For instance, if you try to order something on Amazon, the default option is often the slowest option. And this is when purchasing from a company that made a name for itself by building out a logistics network with the absolute fastest and usually the most reliable delivery around the world. But now you have to explicitly tell it that you want something to show up faster. And there's no way to change this setting. It's not like some option where you can choose to automatically choose the fastest shipping. So you're charging me an annual fee to get unlimited like 1 to 2 day deliveries, but then I have to explicitly tell you every time I order something that I want faster delivery. Like, who wouldn't want the fastest delivery? It really feels like there's an infinite list of these dark patterns these days. Another pattern is intentionally confusing website design. For example, you go and you try to cancel a subscription. They make it as difficult as possible with endless pages, and some have even started flipping the back and continue buttons between each page. So you kind of get stuck going in circles because you keep hitting the wrong button because they're flipping back and forth. And then they start to try to bribe you with discounts and offers to stay. Ooh, you know, if you stay, we'll give you 70% off the next month. And it kind of shows you how much you're overpaying to begin with if they can afford to give you these huge discounts. Another strategy they use is to try to convince you to pause your subscription for like a month or maybe 3. Like, really? Am I not allowed to leave? Are you holding me hostage? Like, are you really going to try to make me question my decision until you make me second guess myself into staying? Like, they're just prodding you with FOMO, like you're going to miss all these life-changing things if you don't stay. And if you're finally able to leave, before you go, they give you a survey and ask you to tell them the reason you're canceling the subscription. Like, just let me go, man. Blue Label recently did a survey on this and found that 1 in 4 respondents feel like they've encountered a deceptive pattern in digital product design. Of the 5 examples they asked respondents to rate, examples depicting Delta Airlines and CNN were considered the most deceptive. Almost 40% reported feeling deceived by a product as a deal breaker in using a brand moving forward. When asked respondents to optionally disclose the time they felt deceived by a brand not included in the examples, the 5 most mentioned companies are Amazon, Ryanair, YouTube, Verizon, and everywhere. It's kind of crazy. These media companies are more sneaky than a good old-fashioned used car salesman. I think the worst part is that you aren't even allowed to own anything anymore. Like, you used to just be able to buy Adobe Photoshop for like $200 or whatever, and you'd have it forever. Now the only option is to subscribe. Like, I try as hard as I can not to get sucked into 1,000,001 subscriptions, but I still have like Netflix, YouTube Premium, Amazon Prime, Microsoft Office Suite, Spotify, Apple, Cloud, Canva, TurboTax, Monarch, ChatGPT, AT&T self-service, and like maybe even more that I don't even remember. And like that's after intentionally culling things like Hulu and other subscriptions that I just really stopped using. Really, as far as media goes, YouTube is my favorite, and that's what we watch the most. I honestly don't even know why I still have Netflix. Like, they used to have everything. But then Hulu came along, and they started getting rights to some of the top shows and movies. And then Prime came along, and then Disney Plus, and then Apple TV and Paramount Plus and Everybody Plus. And before you know it, like you need to have 6 or 7 subscriptions to watch all the latest shows. And to make it even worse, Netflix and the others are constantly culling their libraries to keep costs down. So you can't even watch everything they have the rights to show you. Like, sometimes it feels like they also do this just to kind of try to get you to keep using the service. Like, oh, you better hurry up and watch this show or you'll never be able to watch it again. Like, woohoo. When Netflix first came out, it was $7.99 a month. So if you watched 8 movies a month, it was $1 per movie. Now to watch those same 8 movies, you need to spend around $100 a month on 6 or 7 different subscriptions, which means you're spending about $15 a movie. And in 2024, the average cost to go see a movie in theaters is just under $11. So if you aren't sharing the subscriptions with anyone else, streaming can now be even more expensive than going to the movie theaters. It kind of feels like we've gone full circle here, back to the cable days where you're spending $100 a month on a service just to watch TV, except it kind of is worse because now you have to pay for like so many different subscriptions and you have to keep track of them all and they just keep adding up and then they just keep moving around like which one's the best, which one has the show I want to watch. And that doesn't even include cable television. You need to pay another $60 to $100 to have just live TV channels. And subscriptions aren't really going anywhere anytime soon. The business model is just way more consistent than one-time purchases. It's a lot easier to say our 1 million customers will continue to spend $15 a month, so we'll have $15 million a month in gross revenue, than to try to predict how many people will pay for a one-time purchase over the course of a year. Additionally, once you've people like sucked into your ecosystem with a monthly subscription, they can try to upsell you on a dozen other things like add-ons, more expensive tiers, ad-free tiers, or something to allow more users to watch it. And they're going to try to milk every bit of revenue out of you that they can. The subscription model also tends to lock you in. Like while you're paying for a service, you'll want to get the most out of it that you absolutely can. So you get really involved. There are also many people who completely forget that they have subscriptions, or maybe they pay for one and then they never use it because they're afraid that they, might miss something if they cancel it. So they just keep paying for it. Or maybe they're just really into one particular show. And so they binge watch that show every time a new season comes out. And then the service goes dormant for 10 or 11 months until the next season comes out. Or maybe they even think they'll cancel it and sign up again when the new season comes out, but they just simply forget. They didn't set a reminder or they just didn't get around to it. So what can you do about this? The first step is really just to take an inventory of all the subscriptions that you currently have. The easiest way to do that is to use a budgeting and financial planning software like Monarch, not sponsored. Or you can do all this on Excel or Google Sheets or something for free. Just take a list of all the accounts that you know offhand, and then go through all of your credit card statements and bank statements and make sure you accrue the full list of all the different services you subscribe to and their cost. Then once you have this, you can start to look through and see, oh, is there any on here that I know I absolutely don't need? And cull those out, go ahead and cancel those. And then see if there's any consolidation you do. Maybe you pay for 3 different streaming services and everything you ever watch is only on 2 of them, and you didn't realize it was on those 2. And so you kill the third one. You don't need that. I hope this problem starts to get better, but I think for now it's going to continue to get worse until people start protesting or pass legislation or do something else. But anyway, really thank you for watching. If you subscribe to me, it is free. I don't charge you anything. YouTube will probably show you ads, but I can't do anything about that unless you get YouTube Premium. Then you don't have to watch the ads. You're paying a fee instead. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. All right, thank you. See you next time.